Welcome to the Meet the General Contractor webinar series from NWIBRT. Today we have HECO Industrial Services Group as our guest. NWIBRT, Northwest Indiana Business Roundtable, is an independent nonprofit council of local firms committed to the improvement and construction and maintenance projects here in Northwest Indiana. Our purpose is to promote safety, quality, and cost-effective solutions that are faced by owners, contractors, and different labor within the region. We appreciate you joining us today. If you're interested in joining NWIBRT, please visit our website at nwibrt.org. We're using a GoToWebinar platform today, so you're automatically in muted mode, and we will be taking some questions at the end of the presentation. If you have a question you'd like presented to HECO, please type it in the question portal of the GoToWebinar column that you see and hit send. It'll send it over to us, and when we go into the question and answer format, we'll present your question to the group. With that, I'll hand it over to the main attraction. Today we have Mark Hatfield, the CEO of HECO.
Well, thank you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Welcome, everybody. I'm excited to do a presentation on our company. I've been involved in our company for 44 years, and if you really go back, I'll show you some pictures when I was probably in grade school and some of the history pictures. So probably been here over 50 years. So let me start here by showing my screen. All right. I'm going to go through the history, our facilities, the different divisions we have, and then the philosophy and proven process of our company. Where we came from, we were founded in 1959 by my father, and my mother was involved in the business too, and my grandpa. But his philosophy from day one was, let me fix the motor that you always have the most issues with, and that still stands true today with most of the customers that we have partnered with. We are here to solve problems and come up with solutions so that they don't repeat. We moved into our current facility, which I'm going to show a lot more of this, in 1966, which is on Burdick Street, which is where I'm sitting right now. We kept expanding, we keep expanding. We changed the name from a Hatfield Electric Company to the HECO Industrial Service Groups in the 90s. Then we put on our high bay in the early 90s, which got us to 65,000 square feet. We've kept major investments in the company. We keep adding from equipment needs, from lathes to ERP systems to software, you name it. We've invested in our company over these years. So we just keep doing that. We acquired the PMSI company, which was a predictive services company, on-site vibration analysis. I'll talk about that a little more later. In 2013. In 2015, we rebranded the company. It was still HECO, but we put all systems going. I'll talk about that later. We've had a lot of expansions over the year. I'm going to kind of skip through this page and see if I can keep it moving forward here. Come on. Next. All right, our current facility is 65,000 square feet in Kalamazoo. We've got a 65,000 square feet motor management warehouse in Middletown, Ohio. We've got a new motor inventory warehouse in Lima, Ohio. We keep surplus motors in Battle Creek, Michigan, up to 10,000 horsepower, and we've got 7 other various on-site locations that we have, from Kalamazoo, Michigan to Butler, PA, to a bunch in Ohio that are on-site or off-site management type locations. Back in 2019, we bought DMS, which was formerly the DMS Electric Apparatus Repair, and it expanded our capabilities for 50,000 more square feet. This is in Kalamazoo too, bringing our total square footage up to 15,000. This current facility has a 50-ton crane, 10-foot BPI system with high voltage resonant through 15,000 or 15 kV, 16-foot by 12-foot curing oven. We store over 1,000 motors and other assets in that location. Our repair capabilities here in the Kalamazoo area is pretty much unlimited. We can repair up to 2,000 or up to from a quarter or smallest motors all the way up to the biggest thing you can basically haul down the road. We've got testing capabilities that are second to none. We've got the largest AC test panel in this part of the Midwest, which is a 4,000 kVA unit, and our DC supply is one of the biggest in the Midwest at 1,500 amps. So we can load test pretty much anything that people have in their facilities. Whoops, just went back. Switched on me. Our experienced technicians and stuff, we have an average of 23 years experience here. So once you come to work here, you pretty much stay. And I'm proud of that because our culture here is about keeping people on learning and growing our business. Our experienced engineers we have on staff can help you with pretty much any type of solution and problem that you have. And we can repair other than just motors, eddy current clutches, vertical motors, and a lot of generators and a lot more. Just to look inside our shop, you'll find that there's in the middle of the page there, you're going to see a 1,750 horsepower or kW armature being balanced. If you look to the right, you're going to see the machining of a shaft on a 9,000 horsepower that we basically made that whole assembly from scratch, from the rotor, bars, everything, and shaft, and we're machining it, finishing it. Yeah, down in the middle bottom, you're going to see our curing oven. And then one thing that we're probably the best in the country in is our detailed paperwork. We do all on tablets now. We take all the data and it's step-by-step procedures all in tablet form. So we have live data all the time. From an engineering standpoint, we can pretty much engineer and electrical and mechanical, pretty much anything from shaft design. Our machine shop is pretty creative when it comes to making things that you can't buy anymore because in the motor industry and most of the plants, if you look at just the Northwest Indiana area, a lot of those plants were built early on, and you can't find replacement motors. We can generally come up with something to repair part or come up with something that we can manufacture. AC/DC form coil and random redesigns and winding services on site here. On-site copper bar rotor manufacturing, which will not too many motor shops in the country do that. I don't even know of another one that does it. We've got again, we talked about this earlier, we've got two BPI systems. We've got an 8-foot one here in our Burgett Street location, and we've got a 10-foot in our Gibson location. We core test everything before and after when we're stripping to make sure that the efficiency doesn't change. Our goal is to get to the why of the issue that you're having with your equipment and find a unique solution to prevent the issue from happening again. Repair services, partners that we have, Dynamatic is one of them. We're an authorized service center and an authorized overflow shop for them. So what that does is it gives us the ability to have engineered drawings from them. And same with Siemens, HECO, Baldor, WAG, and we're pretty much any manufacturer there. Something we're proud of, we're an ESA accredited shop, which is the Electrical Apparatus Service Association. That's a third-party audit that comes in, and the auditor himself, when he came in, he said he'd audited, I think, 100 different shops across the country. And he said, by far, our procedures, our processes, and our systems were the best he's ever seen. So I'm proud of that. I'm bragging a little bit. That's just the certification. The other thing we've got now that we have put onto our services is field service. So if you need an AC or DC motor removal and installation turnkey project, we can do that for you. DC motor inspections, I know in that region of the country there with the steel mills, there's a lot of blow wiping checks or brush maintenances on DCs. We can do that for you. Dry ice blasting, synchronous motor troubleshooting, AC motor testing, so we can come on site and verify if something's wrong with your units, lead bearing maintenance, laser alignment, and installation verification. Our motor products side of the business, our distribution is a division of ours. We are one of the largest electric motor and controls distributor in the Midwest. We have a large inventory of new NEMA frame, T-frame motors, multiple brands. We work with a lot of different companies. We have direct access to a lot of different stocks. We stock up to a 10,000, I think I talked about earlier, AC surplus motor in our Battle Creek location. We can pretty much come up with some type of design for you to fit your current application. And we've done that with numerous customers with 100% success, where you're taking an old frame motor and modifying it, or taking an old frame motor and buying a new one and putting it in the current application without you having to do a lot of work on your end. Variable frequency drives, gear motors, eddy current clutches, so we can pretty much handle all those. So if something needs to be replaced, we can come up with a solution for you. Brands that we represent, all the major brands. So if you're looking for something, we should be able to support you there. From a VFD, variable frequency drive motor control, we can help with soft starts, variable frequency drives, startup and programming. We've got motor control retrofitting in the field, DC to AC, VFD conversions, eddy current clutch to AC conversion, and synchronous wound rotor and DC motor control troubleshooting. So if you're having some problem there, we should be able to assist you. Our reliability services, going through that history that I did early on, you didn't see the pages, but we bought 3 different companies now that we pulled together, and we put it into our HECO PSG division, and we can do on-site vibration analysis. We've got ISO certified vibration analysis, so from Cat 2 to Cat 4 on our staff. From vibration balancing training courses, we even teach the Vibration Institute training course to get certified for vibration analysis. Addition, and we've put in a few years ago, is our RDI camera, which is motion amplification services, which if you're looking for information on that, you can go up on our website and look at blogs on that. It's a really cool system. So when it comes to that, field balancing, laser alignment, oil wear, thermography, we can help you with thermography, air leak and steam trap, ultrasound analysis, root cause analysis, investigation, and now you're getting into all your different sensors, wireless sensors and things like that. We can assist with all those. When you look at the Internet of Things, the industrial Internet of Things, there's a lot of solutions and sensors out there, and we feel like we're one of the companies that can help you through that process, because if you look at the source there, almost half of the projects fail because people don't know how to deal with the information, or the sensors aren't right for the piece of equipment. What we try to do is come up with a solution for you, and then we don't care what sensor it is. We look at the best sensor for your system and come up with the best answer. And so we have a system, our remote condition monitoring RCM system, which you don't have to worry about hardware or sensor purchases. We find the best tool for you And then there's alarm answering and acknowledgement that we can work with you on, and monthly analysis that come to us that we can give you data on. So it's something that we can help you with, and it's all done by our ISO certified vibration analysis. One thing that you're going to see throughout, and we've talked about this, is our focus on reliability. It goes back to my dad saying, I want the hardest motor because I'm going to come up with the solution for you. We keep continually educating our people through like uptime elements to, certified reliability leaders, RCLs. And then we have multiple CMRPs, which is part of the SMRPs, which most of you are probably familiar with. We've got people that are trained in those elements of different reliability. We can design and implement an equipment management system for our plant. We are probably, I can probably state that we were the ones that started the first motor management program in the country in the early 80s, which we were doing back then, and we have advanced it farther than anybody in the country has done, where we can help you with your going out, looking at your applications and identifying, surveying, tagging everything in your applications. We help with design and implementation of specifications. A lot of companies we deal with do not have any repair or new product specifications. So what is people repairing to? In that same process, we help people with their whole manage, repair, and the whole process of how you send something out for repair. We can help set up that process for you in that system. Manage replacement product purchases. We've helped companies come up with the best solution by going out to the manufacturers and negotiating the best pricing for them. We can manage your spare inventory on and off site. I was just talking to one of our guys today, and we're trying to figure out how many we really manage, but I know we're probably 250,000 motors that we manage for people. And then we have an exclusive software package called TrackRad that we do it in. Our database, TrackRad right there, it's just a screen print, but it gives you a dashboard on the front page and data that you can get to, and we can explain that if people want to know more about that later. HECO is an electric motor performance system company. We specialize in custom systems that optimize the performance of electric motor driven powertrain. And how we do that is we're constantly looking at how to come up with a solution for you, instead of what do you need repaired, and then we repair it 6 months from now and not really get to the solution. We say, why do you need it repaired, and why are you going through that process? Let's figure out why it's failing so we can eliminate it from failing again. Same with a new motor. Why are you purchasing a new motor? Why did the other one fail? Why is what we look at, not what can we do for you. So we do that through education and investigation. So we look at our paperwork package, we look at different solutions for you through a predictive team or whatever, and we come up with the root cause investigation. And then how do we implement the solution? We perform order and generated repairs. We can pretty much, you saw the services that we provide, we can come up with a solution for you. These are sampling of our customers. Some of them you might even be on here. This list, I can't see the list of participants, but we have a lot of people in that Northwest Indiana area and all over the Midwest, really all over the country. One thing that we do is we educate our customers, and we do that through weekly blogs and webinars. So if for a certain case tomorrow, we've got a webinar starting, which is choosing the right surplus motor. So if you want to go up and see that, you can go to LinkedIn and go to our website, or type in HECO and you should be able to link to that. We do lunch and learn. So if you got people like lubrication, electrical connections, things like that we can help people with. We do training classes here from vibration to you name it. And then we hold what we call the RPM Symposium, which is a 2-day training event that some of you might have been to, but we're holding it September 14th and 15th of this year. And it's at the Kalamazoo Air Zoo. And I would, you go up on RPM Symposium and you can see who's going to be there and who's the presenters, and it's all educational. So it's a 2-day reliability educational type event. So that is HECO. I appreciate the time, and I guess we'll open it up for questions now.
Thank you so much, Mark. We appreciate you just educating us on everything that you have to offer, and we'll get right into it. If anyone has any questions you'd like presented to Mark, please enter them in the question portal of GoToWebinar and send it over, and we will go through those. To get things started here, I know you're the second generation at HECO. How does being a family-owned business, how do you feel that that sets you apart from other competitors or others doing what you do?
That's a great question. I mean, you know, from my father starting the business, my grandpa was involved in the business. I had 2 other brothers that were involved in the business. My sister was involved in the business for years. And now my son and daughter they've been around in the business for over 15 years. My son is now the president. My daughter is in sales. And then what's so cool about it is we've got family members that, when I say family members, everybody's a big family here, but we've got fathers and sons that work here. We've got, you know, cousins, and not our cousins, but our employees' cousins. So it's kind of exciting because we're one of the largest independent motor repair facilities in the country, but we're still at heart a family-owned business. So I think that's our culture here.
Wonderful. Has having those new generations and insights coming into the company changed how you are doing anything?
You know, I don't think we've tried to stay within the family atmosphere. I mean, we're very transparent in what we do here, so everything's shared with our employees. So what we find is we're hiring people, like during this time period with COVID and the lack of people, we've been able to find people all over the country that want to come here because of our culture and because of what we're doing. So I think it's helped us generate excitement here for new employees and for the older employees.
Wonderful. Are there any industry trends that you see coming or changing in the next 5 years?
Well, I think the big one we talked about was, you know, reliability. I think people have to start thinking about reliability and who they're doing business with. They're not focused on reliability if they're just a vendor, not a partner. We focus on partnerships. We focus on trying to come up with a solution that's long-term. And our customers, dealing with our customers, what they find is that their overall cost of doing business is reduced if you start doing business with HECO, because we're not looking at that one motor that keeps failing every 2 years that you have on a PM program, and you couldn't get it past 2 years, so you just put it on a PM program. You know, motor shops, some motor shops look at that as an annuity. I look at it as you know, we got to come up with a solution so we can maybe make that thing last 20 years. And so what we find in like a bell-shaped curve is when we start doing business with somebody, our business increases because it's new business to us. But over a period of time, it will start going down and it will level off. I'll give you an example of one company, General Motors, that we were doing that with. They were spending $500,000 a year, and we were able to, through, you know, reliability, getting with their people, figuring out a solution, we were able to reduce that to $150,000 a year, and they were ecstatic.
Wonderful. Uh, in regard to the reliability services that you offer, do you specialize in any particular projects or industries?
No, we cover a broad, almost every industry we're involved in. I mean, there isn't an industry I could probably state that if they have electric motors or manufacturing something that we're probably involved with already.
Wonderful. I know you mentioned offering sort of remote monitoring processes or additions. What does that look like for someone who'd be interested in that?
Well, I think that's the world that everybody's heading to, is remote monitoring. You know, we send guys on site to do routes with vibration analysis, but what you're going to find is over time, since the technology is really moving fast, that you need to be on the cutting edge of that. And I feel like we are, from the standpoint as we're working with different sensor people, different companies to come up with solutions that aren't specific to one sensor, because that's what we found was one sensor might be specific and it doesn't have this range of that will fit all their applications. And we've been able to come up with different sensors for different customers and do that remotely, so that you're not sending the people on site, and it becomes more of a you know, you don't have to have the risk of somebody on site. You've got remote monitoring that we're reviewing and sending you data, so that we can say, hey, you got a problem with this motor. We need to come out and maybe look at it farther, but it's a piece of the whole reliability portfolio that you need to come up with within the company if you're really going to reduce your costs and stay competitive in the marketplace.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. We appreciate your time and effort that you put into this program and taking the time to enlighten us with everything that you guys have going. So thank you so much, Mark. If you are interested in learning more about NWIBRT, our programs that we offer, please follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and LinkedIn. We also have a new YouTube channel where we'll be posting this video, as well as all of our past Meet the General Contractor videos are available. There has been a change to our Safety Awards banquet. The date has been moved to August 19th. So mark your calendars that the Safety Awards banquet is August 19th. If you're interested in celebrating an employee that you have, an outstanding craftsperson and safety with us, outstanding craftsperson and safety leader award, we are still taking applicants in. You can find more information at NWIBRT.org, and this is a great way to recognize someone who's going above and beyond at your company. They would be recognized at the safety banquet. We also, mark your calendar, September 17th, we have our NWIBRT Hard Hat golf outing. This event sells out every year. Tickets are already available at NWIBRT.org. So if you want to play or want to sponsor, visit our website and check it out. Our next Meet the General Contractor is with Peckron Consulting. That's in April coming up. Go to our website for more information. And that's all. Thank you everyone for attending. We appreciate it. And if you need any more information, please reach out to us. Thank you.